Hi everyone, thanks for coming here. I am Kate Jenkins. I'm the owner and maker of Gower Cottage Brownies. This is the first rant that I've ever done, and I thought that I could pad it out a little bit by telling you about myself, but thanks a lot for that, for losing me at least 45 seconds. Guys, I'm here to rant about Twitter, but maybe rant might be the wrong thing. I'm here to ramble about Twitter. I don't know how many of you guys are fans of the social media or what have you, or already are tweeps and twit and what have you, but I get a lot of people who are quite anti it and tell me, do you know what, I don't want to know what somebody's having for breakfast. Well, do you know what, I kind of do sometimes, because to be frank, I am all about food. And what I have found since being on Twitter, and in fact it was customers that told me to get onto this, and I said, what the hell am I going to talk about? I'm going to be so boring. What am I going to say? I'm baking again. That's not going to be really terribly interesting. But do you know, I found that you can talk about anything. And what I've really found most important of all is that there is a fabulous food community on Twitter. So through this, of course, I've met up with some incredible foodie type people, hate terming it as foodies, but we all are, and who do talk about what they're making, where they're getting the product from, and some amazing chefs on how to do it. So some great how-to tips there. It's way better than Google. But what also is important is for small producers like myself. You know, I do live in a cottage in Gower, hence the name, Gower Cottage Brownies. And for me to be able to get to such a worldwide audience, it's been incredible. And so what I would also say to people who say, I'm not into Twitter, if you are a small business and an artisan business and you want to try and get the message across to people, then what better way of doing this? It's the quickest word of mouth that could possibly happen. Now, I was a little bit worried about these rants because I heard there was going to be a little bit of heckling here. So I thought I'd shut you all up by giving you Gower Cottage Brownies while I'm talking, which means you couldn't say anything back to me. So what I'm trying to say is, since I started my business 4 years ago, literally from my kitchen, started selling them in a local village shop, I've found that it's important, the most important thing is to let you guys know what we're all about. And there's a lot of producers out there who are making such amazing quality products that perhaps you only ever get to see once a year at something like the Abergavenny Food Festival. So I think it's important to find out more about them, more about their products. And if only they could get on Twitter, then they'll find, if they just let people into a little bit of their lives, that more and more people find out what the daily life is like for a producer. I also, since starting, have found an amazing lot of people who've got the same interest from me. I was a stay-at-home mum with a couple of kids, wanted a little bit of pin money, but I did have a real interest in food, and particularly on the baking. And I'm saying to people that if you have that dream and that idea, anybody can do it. So please, if you think you make the best cakes, you know, the best cupcakes, the best Victoria sponge, do it. More and more people, I mean, it just goes to show the amount of people that show up for the Abergavenny Food Festival are interested in where their food comes from and who makes it, and that it is quality food. And hopefully it's a little bit against the big boys, and we can make a bit of an inroad there. So all I'm trying to say is, you know, please, I'm not into Facebook. I don't understand that. I'm never going to chuck a sheep at anyone. I'm not into poking people. If that's your thing, that's great. But Twitter, you know, please go ahead and tweet me. You can find me at Gower Cottage. I can be quite entertaining at times. I'm regularly giving away free Gower Cottage Brownies. I run some great competitions. And tweet me, but don't poke me. Okay? Thanks, guys.